Hello, everybody. It's another week where we have not been in the barbershop. It's the first day back since haircuts are happening, and it's been a hectic week. Be'ezrat Hashem, we will have the full program next week. But for today, I just want to say a few words on Parshas Devarim, which we missed entirely, and this week's Parshas V'eschanan. So last week it says, Eila Hadvarim Asher Diber Moshe. These are the words that Moshe spoke, and the Chidah says, no, not the Chidah, or Chaim says that this is telling us that what is going on here? This is telling us that Moshe Rabbeinu only spoke holy words, only spoke words regarding godliness, and nothing had to do with this world. So there's a question asked on this. I forgot who asked the question, but the person who asked the rabbi who asked the question answered it as well. He asked like this: we know that Moshe Rabbeinu, there was a time when he ran away from Mitzrayim. I think it's before he went to Yisrael. He became a king. The whole story with him and Bilam, and how he outsmarted Bilam, and how he became the king of Cush. And the question is, when he was a king there, he had to speak things that were mundane. He wasn't amongst Jewish people. He wasn't in his element of Torah and study. So how can you say that he never spoke anything other than godliness? And the answer that this same rabbi answered was that it could be that a person has to deal with this world, but he's always connected and always thinking and always bound with God. Thinking of and bound with God. And therefore, even the words that he says, which seem to be, this world is all for the sake of heaven, and therefore, it really all is holiness and all is Torah and all is very, very elevated things. And even though we're not on the level of Moshe Rabbeinu, it still gives us a lesson that we can take. We can take our day-to-day lives, the parts even that seem not very connected to godliness, business or the eating and drinking or whatever, like mundane, regular things, whether it's going and going on a run or playing sports or, whatever it might be. And connecting that and remembering it's all for the sake of God, and connecting it with godliness and connecting it with making a dwelling place for God down here. That's very, very special. That was from Parshas Bamidbar. Now, Parshas V'eschanan, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and bring something that was brought down earlier in a parsha that mentioned, I think it's from Parshas Shalach. Mentioned the people who were buried in the Mars Machpelah. So we know that Moshe Rabbeinu davened, he prayed to be buried in Eretz Yisrael, to be buried in the Holy Land, and his request was not granted. However, there are opinions that say that after Moshe Rabbeinu's passing, even though he wasn't able to go into Eretz Yisrael and fulfill the mitzvahs as he wanted, but after his passing, there were malachim who came and took his body from where he was buried, and the mountain that he was buried in, and he was brought to the Mars Machpelah. This was something I had never heard before, an incredible chiddush, an incredible news to me. But I thought it was a little thought, something interesting tidbit, something people don't know in case you didn't see that, that week's. And if you did, we did Chazara. Anyway, we should be reunited with our leader Moshe Rabbeinu, with all our leaders, with all our tzaddikim, with all our family, with all our brothers and sisters in Mashiach. Now, you were Yud of right after Tisha B'Av. And may we merit the coming of Mashiach very, very soon. Now, beautiful Shabbos, everybody. Love you guys.